Hello students, this video is going to be about zero vector, or we also call it as null vector. So we will start with its definition first. We can define zero vector as a vector that has zero magnitude and an arbitrary direction. So a vector with zero magnitude and an arbitrary direction is called zero vector or null vector. Zero vector or null vector can be defined as a vector which has zero magnitude and an arbitrary direction, and it is represented by placing an arrow over 0. So to represent zero vector, we use arrow over the number 0. This is how we can represent a zero vector. It has zero magnitude and an arbitrary direction. Now the question is, why we are talking about zero vector? What is the need of this vector? So in vector algebra, we came across two situations. First is, if we have two equal vectors, a vector and b vector, and these are two equal vectors, then how we will write their difference, a vector minus b vector. Okay, so their difference is 0, but not scalar 0, it will be a vector 0. First situation is this. Second situation is, if mu is equal to minus lambda, if mu and lambda are two scalars, numbers, or we can say real numbers, such that mu is equal to minus lambda, then the value for lambda plus mu into a vector, the value for lambda plus mu into a vector is again a vector with zero magnitude. Then we have to represent it with a vector quantity which has zero magnitude. It will not be a 0 only. If we write it 0, then it will be a scalar. But here in both situation, answer is a vector quantity with magnitude 0. So in both situations, there comes a need to write a quantity which has zero magnitude but is a vector. That's why null vector come into existence. So zero vector comes into play when such situation arises. Okay, so in such situations, the answer will be vanishing vector. That means a vector that has zero magnitude, not a scalar. So this is the need, there is the need for introducing the concept of zero vector because of these situations. Now some physical examples of zero vectors are like, if we have an object placed at the origin only, if we have an object lying at the origin only, then for such vector the position vector of the particle will be a zero vector. One more example is there. If we have an object that is stationary and we want to express its velocity vector, then we know that there is no velocity, but it is a vector, it is still a vector, so we have to write it as zero vector. Similarly, for an object moving with uniform velocity which has acceleration 0, then we have to represent acceleration by a null vector or a zero vector. So these are the physical examples where we need zero vector. Now let's move to the properties of zero vector. There are four main properties of zero or null vector. Let's see it one by one. First property is that when a vector is added to a zero vector, we get the same vector. Means if zero vector is added to some other vector, let it be a vector, then answer will be a vector. So whenever a vector is added to a zero vector, we get the same vector quantity. This is the first property. Second is, whenever a real number is multiplied by a zero vector, we get a zero vector. Okay, so if we have a real number lambda, if we have a real number lambda, then lambda into zero vector, if we multiply this number by zero vector, we will get zero vector only. The answer will be same, that is zero vector. Next property is that whenever a vector is multiplied by a 0, whenever we multiply a vector quantity by 0, then we get 0 vector. Means if we multiply 0, now this is a scalar 0, number 0 by a vector, multiply these two, then we get a 0 vector. This is the third property for null vector or 0 vector. Now the last and the fourth one is if we have two different non-zero real numbers. So we have two real numbers, lambda and mu. Lambda not equal to 0, mu not equal to 0, lambda not equal to mu. These are real numbers, these are non-zero, these are not equal, means these are different two numbers, and there is a relation lambda a vector is equal to mu b vector. So this relation will hold only if both a vector and b vector are 0 vectors. So if we have two non-zero real numbers that are different from each other and there is a relation like this, lambda a vector is equal to mu b vector, and it is valid, so it will only be valid if a vector and b vector are 0 vectors, only then this equation can hold. So these are the four properties of 0 vectors. 0 vector or the null vector is a vector that has 0 magnitude and arbitrary direction. It is represented by placing an arrow over the number 0, and the need for it is that whenever we have to represent a vanishing vector, means a vector, a quantity which is a vector quantity and has magnitude 0, then we need 0 vector as an answer. So that's why the concept of 0 vector was introduced, and these are the four properties of it, that whenever a vector is added to 0 vector, it remains same. Whenever 0 vector is multiplied by a real number, it remains as 0 vector. Whenever 0 is multiplied by a vector, it becomes 0 vector. And when we have two different non-zero real numbers, then lambda a vector is equal to mu b vector only hold if these a vector and b vector are two 0 vectors or null vectors. That is the whole about 0 vector or null vector. That's it for the video. For further videos, stay tuned and keep studying. Thank you.